This is going to be a video on the Bolero, more specifically the Bolero son. The Bolero is a very old style. It used to be very popular, and personally it's one of my favorite styles of music to listen to. There are two types of boleros, and they're completely unrelated. The style that I'm going to focus on became popular in Cuba and moved to America in the early 20th century. Typically, it's a two conga pattern, but I'm going to adapt it to one conga. Many people only own one conga, and there aren't many one conga videos out there. The Bolero is a 2/4 pattern, but it's easier to communicate this concept if we look at it in 4/4. So normally we'd subdivide it as 1E and a 2E and a, but for the purpose of studying right now, we're going to look at it as a 4/4 pattern, counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We should get the same effect. It'll just be easier to communicate. One thing I like to do when learning a new style is listen to the bass line, because the bass line is going to carry the core of the rhythm. So that bass line goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So the bass is going to hit on 1 and the and of 2, the 3 and the 4. That's where the accents of the music are. And if we look at the conga pattern, we want to note which hits line up with that bass line. H is heel, T is toe, S is slap, O is open tone, and X is variable, and I'm going to explain those variations coming up. The first thing we want to do is note where our open tones are going to be. So if we look at the pattern here, we'll see it's on the and of 3 and the and of 4. On beat 4, typically you have a lower conga hit, but since we're adapting to one conga, we're going to leave the 4 beat variable. In the right hand, we only have 3 hits. We have a slap and 2 open tones. So that's going to time up like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and slap and 3 open and open. The left hand is just going to fill in those hits. Heel, toe, slap, toe, heel, open, open. Heel, toe, slap, toe, heel, open, open. So the hit that comes on 4 is typically a lower conga open tone. For the one conga, we're going to leave this variable, and we could do different things here. But we want to remember where our open tones are, and that's going to be on the and of 3 and the and of 4. Knowing where our open tones are, we can just count and play the open tones like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once you have that down, we can start to add the other hits. So on beat 1, we have a heel, which is going to be the palm of the hand, and then a toe. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's add our slap. That's going to come on beat 2. So we're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on the and of 2 and 3, we have a toe heel. So we'll just fill in the extra beats now. So as you could see, we left the 4-beat variable. Sometimes I did a touch, sometimes I did a heel, and sometimes I did kind of a mini slap. So we can do that. We can try all different things for that 4-beat, but generally we want to kind of stick to the same pattern to keep the timing steady. But you can feel that the Bolero son has this steady kind of very metric time, and that's what the conga's role is in this style of music. This is one variation. The second variation has a delayed slap. So in this first variation, we had a slap on beat 2. In the second variation, there's going to be a slap on the and of 2. So what we're going to do for this pattern is heel in the left, a touch or a heel in the right, and then a touch in the left, and then our slap, touch in the left, open tone, and so on. So variation 2 is going to be this. So we did kind of a light touch. I used the meat of my fingers, not the heel, but this part of my fingers to get that sound for beat 4. Now there's one variation you could do that gives it a little more flavor, and this is adding an extra little hit on the and of 2. So it's going to sound like this. Well, I hope that was helpful. I tried to be as clear as possible, and thanks for watching.